Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jefferies, the present day wise woman, a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This podcast is for those of you who are wanting to really rock your life and health and live from a place of prevention. Let's get into today's episode. 86% of people surveyed said they would exercise every day, and yet only 22% really did. 71.5% of those responders said that it was the time factor that decided how much exercise or if they exercised at all. These numbers come from a study that I ran a few years ago in conjunction with a private health insurer here in Australia. They were wanting to see how their customers behaved when it came to things like exercise. And it was really interesting because we found that when people are time poor, their self-care leaves first. Say that again. When we're time poor, our self-care leaves first. The reality is that people are more time poor today than they ever were. And we were told that computers and mobile phones and things would make our life easier and more time effective, but they haven't. We've found that people are more tied to their work. And it's sad, it's true. I see people who they have a massage scheduled in, or they have their exercise session or whatever, and life gets full on. It's the kids, it's work, it's just life throws some surprises at you. And the first thing we do is go, can't do that. I'm going to skip my massage this month, or I'm going to skip my exercise session today. And yet, if we did that thing, that self-care that we get would nourish us for longer than when we just get stuck in survival mode, which is what we do when we go and drop our self-care first. The reality is we know we need to exercise every day. And that's why moving your body became one of my 7 steps to sanity. In my book that I wrote 20 years ago, I wrote about the fact that, we've got to feed our body right, all those kind of things. However, we also need to be consistent in the way that we move our body. And I'm a really realistic naturopath. I am nowadays. When I first graduated 30 years ago, I was quite militant. But I'm realistic nowadays, and I want people to go for quality over quantity. I wanted to chat today about you finding a spare 10 minutes in your day to move your body. And the reality is it could be the difference between life and death. So the study in the US showed that more than 110,000 deaths in the USA can be prevented annually if adults over 40 completed simply 10 minutes of daily moderate to vigorous physical activity amongst their normal duties. 10 minutes. It's a study that was published in the journal, the JAMA Internal Medicine Journal. And it also noted that an increase of 20 to 30 minutes could lead to even more lives being saved. So we all know that exercise is good for you. And that's what I found in the study that I ran. We just found that people thought they were too time poor because they didn't have an hour to put into their exercise. And so they went, oh, I can't do it. But 10 minutes can make a difference. So the researchers in the study, they pulled it apart, and they found that even a little bit of exercise can result in health benefits. 10 minutes. And in my 7 steps to sanity, I talk about having even 1 or 2 10-minute sessions a day. You can fit a 10-minute session in. Imagine you've got 2 10 minutes a day. That's it. So fitting it in is much easier than what people think. And I promise most people on the planet are wasting more than 10 minutes, whether they're brainlessly watching a TV show to unwind at night, or whether they're scrolling social media and just being mindless, where if you're getting half an hour of social media in or half an hour of TV, what if you did a 10-minute walk around your block, 10 minutes playing vigorously with your kids, and then watch 20 minutes of your show or 20 minutes of social media? It's actually these little increments that make a big difference. It's not a big time investment, and the benefits are actually really huge when it comes to your health. So we know that walking outside, or actually getting outside in fresh air, is one of the best and simplest ways to do it. You don't have to go and buy fancy treadmills and things. People go, I'm going to get a treadmill, and then 6 months later they sell it because they're not using it. Set an alarm on your phone, get up, go outside for a walk. 10 minutes. It's that consistency of even small amounts that add up over time and bring you the health results. The cool thing about that kind of thing, like even a 10-minute walk, is it costs you nothing, and you're actually using your body weight. It might be 10 minutes of wall push-ups. And in fact, go to the show notes. I'm going to put a link to a video which shows some really simple exercises you can do at home, like entry level, dead easy, not push-ups on the floor or anything. It's wall push-ups. It's squats, but supported squats. I'll show you a video from one of my colleagues who a fitness expert that I have the ultimate respect for. And it's just to get you started. Just even if you did one of those exercises for 10 minutes. So go to the show notes and check that out. Anyway, back to this. So we're aiming ultimately for moderate exercise using our full body. So balancing body strength, lower body strength, that's legs, getting our heart moving a bit. You don't have to be running flat out, but we want to raise our heart rate. I talk in the 7 Steps to Sanity book about, and this is way before high intensity interval training. HIIT was fashionable like it is nowadays. I wrote this book over 20 years ago. And I talk about, if you're going to go for a walk fast for 100 meters, walk slow for 100 meters, walk fast for 100 meters, walk slow for 100 meters, doing things like that, doing 10 or 20 wall push-ups, doing a few squats, same thing, a jog, pretend you don't even have to buy the skipping rope, pretending to skip for 10 minutes. At first, you might have to do little 1-minute blocks, but there are little easy ways you can do it using just you and your body without, or it might be, not faking, but jogging on the spot. You don't need any equipment and it's dead easy to fit in amongst things. I work in an office at home when I'm not traveling the world, and every hour to an hour and a half, I move. I leave my desk, I'll walk the garden, I'll move my body, I'll do something. I've got some weights sitting at the corner of my office. Even if I actually have a set of weights so that every time I walk to the toilet, there's every hour and a half or something, I do 10 of something. It's all these tiny little bits that add up to great benefits. So if you are wanting to do something like go for a walk, you don't have to go for a run. Think of it. Most songs will go for 2 to 3 minutes. So imagine, 3 or 4 songs, you're going to be walking around the block, or 3 or 4 songs, you're going to dance it out with your kids, or 3 or 4 songs, you'll be dancing at the kitchen sink. You're going to stand at the kitchen sink and wash up anyway. What if you've got your favorite music cranking and you just move your butt for 10 minutes, 3 or 4 songs? There's simple, easy ways to be able to integrate moving your body in little 10-minute increments to pull on these huge health benefits. Exercise doesn't have to be hard work. I'm not a fan of gyms and things. That's why I surf, because it's so much pleasure to me. But I'm also very conscious of bringing in little bits of incidental exercise that really adds up. So find something that you enjoy. Start with 10 minutes and build on that. It is the consistency that brings the results, not just the amount of time. Doing an hour's walk once a week sucks compared to doing 10 minutes 7 days a week. It really does. So a nice simple one, the healthy life hack for today is just to commit once that you'll move your body at least 10 minutes per day, every day, starting now. Drop what you're doing and go for a 10-minute walk around the house or a 10-minute walk around the block. Dance it out at your desk, 10 minutes. I don't care what it is. Do 10 minutes now. If you want to check out that link to the video I'm going to send on YouTube, which has got the entry-level, simple, easy, your own body weight exercises you can do at work or at home, head over to the show notes at www.healthylifehacks.com.au. I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed my podcast, please let me know by leaving a review on Apple Podcast. Every month, I draw one lucky person who leaves a review on Apple Podcasts to have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you're tuning in from so that you always catch the next episode. And if you would like to receive a free copy of my Feed Your Body ebook, simply click the link in the comments below. Join my newsletter and we will get that free ebook sent to you. I welcome your emails and you can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au. Until next time, remember, when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.